Liz from The Happy Teacher. Back to school is a busy, crazy, chaotic time. I want to help you alleviate some of that stress, and today I have 5 tips to share with you. These back to school tips are specifically for Meet the Teacher night. Meet the Teacher is the day or the night when the kids come up to the school, they meet their new teacher, they drop off their school supplies, they walk around the school, mingle with their friends, and get ready for the first day of school. Now, every school calls it something different. I've heard it called back to school night, meet the teacher night, open house, even called porch parties. So everybody calls it something different. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to call it Meet the Teacher. Now, let's get started with those 5 tips that will help alleviate some stress. Tip number 1 is all about school supplies. Your kiddos are likely going to walk in with their hands full. They're going to have Walmart bags, Target bags, every kind of bag you can think of. And they're going to want to know where to put all of their school supplies. Now, it's a good thing that they're bringing all of their school supplies because you don't want them bringing it on the first day of school. The first day of school is going to be crazy enough. So it's great that they're bringing it to Meet the Teacher night. You're going to want to think about it in advance. What supplies are they bringing that are going to be community supplies? The tissues, the hand sanitizer, the Ziploc bags, construction paper, printer paper, things like that. So you'll want to have some baskets or bins labeled in advance so that the students can put all of these community supplies in the baskets. That way they're not shoving in hand sanitizer and Ziploc bags inside their desk. So you can take all of those community supplies and put them away at the end of the night. That way they're put away for good and you can just leave out what you need. All right, tip number 2, we're still talking about school supplies. You're going to want to have a bunch of permanent markers handy and maybe also some blank labels that parents can write their child's name or their initials on all of their supplies, like their boxes of crayons, their scissors, their glue sticks, all of that good stuff. Now, some parents may have labeled in advance, but surely there's going to be a lot of parents that have forgotten to do so. And you don't want to be staying until midnight writing names on every single supply. So if you have a bunch of Sharpies or permanent markers laying around, get them out and make sure that they're handy so that parents can write their names on the kids' supply. Number 3, and this one may be the most important of all. Find out how each student is getting home on the first day of school. Now, it's important to know how the child is getting home every day of school, but it's even more important to know how they're getting home on the first day of school. In my experience, I find that parents tend to do things a little bit different on the first day of school. So maybe they normally go to daycare or they're a bus rider, but on the first day of school, mom wants to pick them up so that they can go to ice cream or do something special after school. So make it a point to ask each parent how their child is getting home on the first day of school. You could have a little sign up on the table right when they walk in and each parent could write it down. You could have a clipboard where you write down a little note and ask each parent individually. Whatever you think, a little roster, class list, just make sure you ask each parent individually how their child will be getting home on the first day of school. That way, when it's time for dismissal on day 1, you know exactly where each child is going. Tip number 4. I like to have parents stay in the classroom during Meet the Teacher time and fill out a few very important papers. So I have them ready to go for the first day and first week of school. Some families won't be able to stick around and they won't have time, but if possible, I want all of these VIP papers filled out that same night. While parents are filling out the paperwork, I have a couple simple activities for the kiddos to do. Think basic coloring pages, word searches, playing with math buckets or manipulatives, something easy, something not messy. All right, last but not least, tip number 5. I like to give the kids a little treat, something from me to them, just to say how special they are to me and how happy I am to have them in my class. Over the years, I've done different things. Sometimes it's a sweet treat, a candy or something like that. And other years I've done a pencil or an eraser, a little toy. I usually check the Target dollar spot or the Dollar Tree, just something little. I know we're all on a budget, so it doesn't have to be expensive, but just something to let them know that I'm excited to have them in my class and to let them know it's going to be an awesome year. I'm so glad you were able to join me today, and I hope that you enjoyed these Meet the Teacher night tips, and hopefully they alleviated some of your stress. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time.